Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the PTB for Five Nights at Freddy's. We're gonna try to get into a game and see later, um, after this, to see how everything is. I I've seen a little bit. I watched the stream, them explaining this power and everything, and how the it's gonna work, and they kind of showed a little bit of the map and the outfits. I'm not excited about the outfits because this is three. Why are you bringing out outfits from like two or three games way ahead of time of Five Nights at Freddy's when they're and then the main ones that they should have did was for Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy themselves. I mean, they gave the movie go to Freddy, but come on now, like the, none of the main three or four animatronics that really makes the game besides Springtrap, it's not in the game as skins. They really screwed. They really messed up. It this is not what Five Nights at Freddy's is. We're gonna jump into a video of showing the jump scares because we're gonna show like what made Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and what makes Springtrap one of these should have been the most horrifying, terrifying killer probably in the game. Besides when Spirit came out and she was able to jump scare people and pull them off of generators. That's when the Spirit was like that. The game was so fun. It she was powerful, but it made the game fun. It made people. It made the game horror. It made the game great. So let's jump into the video and watch it. It's a minute and 13, so it's not that long. But we're gonna watch like all the jump scares that they could have done in the game. They could have done for Five Nights at Freddy's, and then we're gonna go into see if we can get into some games and see if we can play Springtrap and test his power, read his perks and everything, and give our opinion on it, of Springtrap and all everything that they did with the game. Shit, these are so annoying. Dude, that sound used to be so annoying. And then like listen to the music, like listen to this music in the game. Dude, imagine playing this game and seeing this, and then seeing that, and then seeing this, bruh. Like, come on now. Come on now. There's like, you need to see more in the back over here, too, like. Oh my god, that's not gonna happen. Like, he's terrified. Dude, imagine seeing that in the background, right? You don't want to turn off the camera. You don't want to turn off the camera. Man, that's pretty much the video. But as you can see, how horrifying this game is. Like you you know, like this is the reason what makes Five Nights at Freddy's terrifying. Like even in the first one, so the second one is I didn't like the second one that much, but the second one has a lot of jump scares in it as well because there's so many animatronics. There's so much going on. There's so much. Then this other thing, like this, like if you look at the video of this one, like look at all the pictures, like so they could have even added some of these skins from Five Nights at Freddy's 4 to be even horrifying, because the skins in 4 are horrifying themselves. So, if you watch the video, you're gonna see like some of the skins that they had in um in the that you'll be able to get for Springtrap and maybe some of the other killers and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get into a game because I can tell you right now, it the map looks amazing though. I could say that the map looks amazing, but I don't know. Again, we're gonna have to look and see what um everything is. We have to read the perks, read the abilities. They did explain his ability. I'm gonna explain a little bit of it, and when we get into the game, we're gonna like read more about it. Um, his ability is he has an axe. So in the game, he doesn't have any like an axe or anything, but like the story behind it is about him with his axe. His axe is like one of his main things that he has besides his jump scares. Um, but they gave him as a weapon. Everyone thought that he would have as his axe as his weapon, right? Well, no, it's a pizza cutter. You heard that right, a pizza cutter. It's an extended pizza cutter, but it's a pizza cutter. And we're also probably going to see some of the new stuff that we read yesterday. Some of the stuff and feedback. Um, See how some of those mechanics work because I think a lot of them are going to be in um, this PTB as well. So we're going to see how some of the new mechanics are going to work against for survivors and killer sides. We're going to play both sides. We're going to show the survivor side after the killer side because everyone wants to see how Springtrap works. So see, like I mentioned yesterday, in the stream, like I said they're probably gonna have something. So I'm guaranteeing when you start the game after the release of FNAF on the 17th. Yes, they mentioned that he will be releasing on the 17th this month, this coming up month. Um, so we will be for sure seeing him in 2 weeks from today. Again, like I said, they will probably do the gamma thing like they did this. I like my gamma to be seen a little bit more. I like it to be a little bit brighter. I like to be able to see that. So it's basically explaining like what all the stuff we'll be seeing and some of the other stuff that we already kind of went through with yesterday's stuff. Um, I don't want to get into all this stuff. This is a lot to read. Like this is a lot to read. But you're gonna see all of the patch notes again anyway, or when they release. Um, I can slow it down here. I'll slow it down. So if you want to read, like pause through it and read through it, um, you'll be able to, so you can see what some of the stuff that they're gonna probably do. This is all subject to change. So I mean, take it how you want. It it may not stay how this is. It may get buffed. It may get nerfed, but again, if you want to like read, like pause it and like go through and like look at all everything and see what everything is, you're free to. They added a lot of details to the glitch. They did a lot. They did a lot of this add-ons. They did more for the twins. It looks like. Here's the perks if you want to look at the perks. And there's the driver perks. Audio fixes, character fixes, environment fixes, and then tech fixes. So there you have it. If you, like again, if you want to like look at all of it, you can see like after and all that stuff. And pause it, whatever you would like to do. Alright. We're actually going to see what he is. Let's see where he is. Yeah. They did temporarily disable him. Ooh, I like that animation. Walk past the screen. He has different animations on the screen. But this is what he looks like.
It is time.
Ooh. This is his original voice actor too. I don't like the music. A lot of people don't like the music either. It gives like, I don't know. I mean, I just don't like the music. They disabled him. He has a lot of problems and bugs that they're probably gonna fix, hopefully. Not sure if they will fix it with FNAF coming out. So not sure if they're gonna fix it, but it's a huge possibility that they will. But let's get into it. Let's read his perk section. He is a 4.4 speed killer. He's faster than a lot of killers. But then when he throws his axe, that's his ability, he gets to 4.6. 24 meter terror radius. Like it's not like super big terror radius. He's an average height. This is average height. This is like taller than Myers. This is taller than Myers. Myers is tall. But let's get into it. This is his abilities. His ability is a fire axe, which is a disappointment. I can tell you that right now. I mean, look how big that pizza knife is, bro. Like in the real life pizza knife, I mean, there's not really one that's normally that big. Like, there's not one that's normally that big. That's a cool animation. I like that. That was a cool animation. But he can throw the axe at survivors, and he can throw it down in like different areas. And then also at the start of the trial, there's 7 security doors. So I'm guessing with some of his add-ons, hopefully that they do that, they might add some more security doors. I mean, it's a possibility. It might not be, but who knows? It's a possibility. Each security door has a camera attached to it. Interacting with the door gives the survivor access to the camera view, and it also gives him, the Springtrap, access to the camera view as well. But the more times you use the camera doors, which is it gives the Five Nights at Freddy's feel. The more you use the doors, in the game, in Five Nights at Freddy's, the door, like the power starts up at 100%. The more you use the doors, the more you use the cameras to see where he is, because you'll be able to see where he is, and it shows like the location of where he is. So you'll know, you can know where he is. But the more you use it, the more power it drains, um, until it gets to zero. And I don't know yet what it does when it gets to zero. And we're probably hopefully gonna see that today, what it does when it gets to zero. But that'll be really interesting to see what it does when it does get to zero. But when he hits survivors with the axe and then he downs them, it gives a jump scare. I did see that when they did the stream, and I've watched a little bit and seen a little bit of other people play it so far. So we're gonna see that jump scare. Hopefully, the jump scares are good, because if they don't bring the jump scares from that we just watched in the video, into the game, this isn't gonna be a good one. Let's get into his perks. When you damage a generator, it becomes compromised. When the compromise generator is completed, your successful basic attack cooldown are 25% faster for 60 seconds. I mean, I don't get this. I mean, I understand the perk. So what it's saying is, when you damage a generator, it becomes compromised. There's a perk that's similar to this. So when the generator is completed, your basic attacks are 20% faster. So that means your lunge hits, your lunge range, your swings and stuff like that, you're faster. And they're faster for 60 seconds. I wonder how that works, because if they're only faster for 60 seconds, do you have to, I wonder how that's gonna work. Because I wonder if it's saying, do you have to be able, the generator has to be completed, and then if you're in the chase, your lunge range and your basic attack is faster for 25% faster for that 60 seconds after that generator is completed? Or is it 25% faster throughout the whole thing? I'm guessing it's just, I'm guessing that it's only like right after this. I'm guessing that it's a cool animation. I like that. I'm guessing that while you're in a chase and the generator is completed, then you get that 25% faster for 60 seconds. So you can hit faster for that duration, which honestly, it could have been an add-on. Why is it a perk? I don't. We're gonna test it out and see. I don't like how that sounds and how that is, but we're gonna test it out and see how that is. When a survivor within your terror radius looks at you, they scream and you see the roar for 2 seconds. Again, why is this not an add? And then the perk goes on it has a cooldown for 6 seconds. Isn't there another perk that is similar to this, basically, that's even better? I could have sworn there is. So basically, I mean, his terror radius isn't that big, but you can make his terror radius larger with other, some of the other perks that he has. Not he has, but that's in the game. But the survivors have to look at you, and then they will scream. I mean, that'd be cool, but I would say right now, you guys know my build, right? The one where I cleanse the totem and open a chest and I don't scream, right? I mean, he'll still be able to see me, but I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream. So I mean, there's probably gonna be killers. There's killers that probably will be sitting there like wanting you to scream. I don't know why everybody like the the survivor that loves to scream. I can't think of his name right now, but I mean, why all the screams? I mean, that'd be cool though. I mean, I understand why he has it because like in the game, like you want to scream like, oh, you seen how the animatronics in the video we just watched, like, yeah, it'll make you jump. So I understand the scream. Why not just make it an add-on? I don't like that. Exit gate switches with at least 50% regress at a rate of 50% of gate opening speed. While they are regressing, so I ever see the exit gate lights flicker randomly. The flickering is really cool because that gives the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 vibe, but I don't like the exit gate thing. Why wasn't that just the thing in the first place when y'all did the same thing with the healing? That should have been a thing regardless. Like, why make it a perk when it should have been a mechanic in the game regardless? I mean, now this perk would be really useful for the people that like to play, let's say, Dredge. The Dredge build that I was speaking of yesterday is the one where you're sitting there and you hold the end game hostage. Now with this perk, if you want to do that build, you can add this to it, and you can really make that end game toxic. You can be a super toxic killer at the end game. That's what this will be really useful for. Other than that, I don't really see none of these perks being used that often, except for probably this one, Help Wanted. I don't really see the other ones really getting used. I mean, maybe this one too. There's like if you want to be a killer that makes everyone scream constantly, then yeah, I can see you using this one too. But all of these could have mostly should have been either mechanics in the game or could have been an add-on, basically, in my opinion. I'm not gonna read his lore, but you can scroll through it. You probably have like read like the first part of it already. You just kind of scroll through it. You can pause it and read it yourself if you want to. We all know how Springtrap was awoken and made. If you don't, you can just read like how he was. Once you get to like half of this, probably, you understand like somewhat how he was created. Let's get into. I wonder if they have the skins in the store. We're gonna see. Let's see if they have the skins in the store. So if they didn't add the skins like when they did the chick, but there is some skins that they did say that he will be having. This is the new blood clip system. So again, you can see if you want a prestige. So prestige 0 level 2, prestige 0 level 2. I can prestige him to 3. I can prestige him to 3. That's how much I can get, and that's how much it'll cost. That's what I was waiting on. That's what I was waiting on. Ooh. So now this is how it looks. So you can see like all the stuff that you get out of it. That's interesting. So it tells you everything that you unlock by doing that, and all the add-ons and stuff like that you get. So it gives me a lot of the red add-ons and all that stuff. I'm guessing it didn't get any of the map offerings, but it did give some of like the other offerings. That's interesting. I mean, it's not bad. It gives you. It always goes for the perks first. It always does. But it gives you some of the offerings, and it gives you like not the offerings, but the perks, the add-ons, the offerings. That's not bad. The only thing that I can say against is that um I'm not gonna go into the perks. I mean the add-ons. I mean I'll probably will a little bit, but not too detailed because they kind of went through a lot of them. Um, actually we might actually have to see what like a lot of that stuff is. But we don't have enough to proceed. Kind of close. We had a lot, but we don't have enough to proceed. Again, we're gonna test out his perks first. So, and then we're gonna try a game with him, and we're gonna see what what is this? What is this other perk? I forget what the name of it is. We might actually test some of the other perks that they said too that they did. I believe it was this one. They open exit gates 30% slower. That'll be a really good one for now too. That kind of buffs Remember Me for this one. So having Remember Me and Haywire would be a really good deal too. I want to find that one that gives the lunge range, that increases the lunge range. Was it this one? Or Story About Balance 20 Passion? I don't remember what it's called. This will actually be a really good one for this purchase. Or is it this one? No, it's this one. Root Be Grace would be a really good one if you want to have that build for that as well. I don't necessarily want to use that one though. I actually want to use this one because the stressing is the one that I was talking about where the survivors in your terror radius scream. I want to test these ones out, but that's the reason why I'm using the stressing, and then we're gonna probably do some like other builds to see what other builds you can use to really make him terrifying. Upon throwing the axe, your terror radius is copied to the axe until it's replaying. Gain the undetectable status effect for 10 seconds. That's not bad. Upon moving, that scream is so loud, so imagine hearing that scream in the air. Upon moving to a security door, windows and upright pallets within 60 meters of the destination door are blocked for 8 seconds. This is a situational one, but it can in a lot of situations, if you do get that situation, it can be really nice. Your axe gaining the ability to travel through security doors. Oh my god, it will exit straight through the connected security door. Dude, that's really gonna. I wonder how the security doors. We gotta see how the security doors works. That sounds like it'd be super broken. After an axe is embedded in a survivor, both you and that survivor gain 20% haste. You and that survivor gain 20% haste. The vault speed and vault for 20% faster. This effect ends after if the axe is removed or if the distance between you and the survivor exceeds 32 meters. Dude, this is a troll perk. This is a troll add-on, but I can see the goodness out of both of them. This is a win lose perk or add on. If you're terrible at chases, it could potentially make you better, but it could potentially make you worse. But if you're a killer, or no, if you're a survivor, then it would be the same way. So, dude, this would be a really good add-on. Within the area effect, pallets, breakable doors, within the range of 20 passes, this ring for 5 seconds. This is a really good one too. When the survivor has an axe embedded, making the incapacitated status effect. Exit gates will be blocked for them. Oh my god, dude! I want to try this one. I want to try this one. Prevent survivors from healing, repairing, sabotaging. Oh my god! I want to try that. I want to try that. I'm not gonna go too much in the other ones because we're probably not, but we're also gonna try to see them more. And we have to have them more, honestly. Ooh, I wonder. Because I want the extra blood points. Because I want to see what at least the prestige knife will look like. I want to see what prestige would possibly look like. Because it would kind of show like how the rest of the prestige would look like on him. I want to see that. So it kind of looks rusted, but I like the way it looks. It gives a shine to it. Like the bottom of it gives too much of a shine. And like look at all that shine. But I like the look of it. So, I wonder. I wonder how they're gonna make that look. We don't have enough blood points right now, but we're at 3, so we will probably be able to see later on how that would look. Look at his feet! Oh my god! Oh, we can play the board.
You're mine now.
I like the music. I don't know. I don't know about that more. It's, I mean, I get it. I get the Mori, but I mean the ending. Well, if you're like kind of scared of like animatronics, that yeah, seeing his face like that will be scared. But I don't know about that Mori. I don't know about that Mori. I don't know about the Mori. Oh my god, I have to look at that again. Where's the axe?
For you.
Like, his signature weapon in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is his axe. Where's the axe? Dude, I like that. That's a cool animation. I like that. I like the height of the screen animation. I feel like that's what how he looks and the animations are so far the best thing that I like. But I don't like that music. It gives the Dracula kind of theme music that, but then I mean I can see I can hear the pizzeria kind of music, but it gives like a I'm Dracula type vibe. Like this is the music types for him really. Or maybe even the lyrics. I'm not liking the music that much. I'm not really liking the music that much. But again, like I don't I like the more he's missing his axe, they screwed him by not really giving him that much of his axe. His power is his axe. Hey, yeah, granted, his power. Or it could be the game too. The game is like louder than my mic, and then I probably just didn't have it like in my face too. I actually probably could lower the game volume just a little bit more. That might be better. My mic is like all the way up his show, so I don't know if that's better or not. It's probably a lot of people playing as him too. They said that they were gonna add like the ability in here. Maybe it just won't be coming in this one. They did say they were gonna add the ability to be able to have like games where you can get into another game while waiting. I thought they were gonna do that in this one, so maybe it won't come in this when he releases. I'm guessing it won't. So if it doesn't, that's going to make that's going to really break the game too. If they don't do that, that's really going to break the game because everyone, people already are not going to what we showed yesterday with all the changes that they're doing against for killers and against survivors, and they're not, and if they don't bring that change into the release with him, everybody's already wanting to play Springtrap. As you see how long the game is to find a match as a killer right now, people are not going to want to play. Probably don't really want to play Survivor. If everyone wants to play Springtrap, so the killer queues are probably going to be very long. So I mean, we've already probably been waiting about 10 minutes, probably give or take. I can I can only imagine and say that the queues are going to probably be longer than um the 2v8. I didn't like that animation. I like after the animation I noticed it. They probably have to fix that. It's probably a bug or something. Cause like he throws the knife and the knife goes like down here on the ground, and once he gets out of that animation, which is weird, like the knife just like everything just like teleports back to him. It's some weird animation. I don't like that animation. But a lot of his other animations, like when you see him on the screen and everything, those are really cool. I feel like it's probably better too, since like like again like the killer queues is being this long. It's better right now to probably just queue up with your friends or queue up with other people, because it's probably gonna take a long time to find a game. I wonder we're gonna do a test. We're gonna see what this is, because his terror radius, again, it's already 24 meters, right? So then with this build, 24 meters, and it's increased by 30%. So I would say his terror radius by then, if it's 24, will probably go up to about 30 between 30 35 meters, probably, give or take. That's probably about how big his terror radius would go to. And then when a survivor within your terror radius look at you, they would scream and you see their roar. So that increases your terror radius by a lot. I don't think anything else really increases your terror radius. But I think you can make his terror radius, like there's some of these ones that you can probably make his terror radius probably about 50 meters. Probably. About, I would say probably at most 50 meters, at most. Maybe. Or somewhere close to it. But you could probably get a good, with a decent build, probably have his terror radius speed maybe 40 meters. Actually, since we're waiting, we can just see what other perks will probably work on him with these perks. You probably won't even necessarily need a nurse's calling with him, but a nurse's calling is always pretty decent perk. Oh, some of the perks they did change, so we're probably, while we're waiting, we're probably going to read through a lot of them until we get into a game. If we get into a game, we'll probably just go back after the game, actually read some more until waiting to see. This is also another one that you can have with this one, and I think it's this one, yeah, with this one, agitation. Because while you're transporting the body, with these two, your terror radius is already pretty big, and then when you're transporting the body, your terror radius is increased by 12 meters. So if your terror radius is already with these two someone will have to do the math for me probably later on or something, or I'll do it. But I would say it's probably about at most 35 meters. And then if you're carrying a body with, and you have this and you have agitation on, and at 12 meters, dude, that's what, 42 meters? No. What? No. If you're at, so it probably won't be 35 meters. So it'll probably be like 30 meters. I have to check the math on that. But let's just say if it's 30 meters. It'll probably be let's say 30 meters. And you have this, dude, that's 42 meters of a terror radius. Dude, that's gonna be insane. This one might be a good one, but I am. It'll be. But this, if I would say, I mean, Springtrap is a jump scare killer. I mean, he's one of the killers that you really wanted to have him be jump scared. Alien Instinct will make him be more of a jump scare, because it gives this perk activates when you're a survivor, and you see the row of injured survivors, and the injured survivors get the Oblivious status effect. Oblivious gives survivors where they can't hear you, and like your terror radius and everything isn't heard as well, so they don't know where you're gonna be coming from. So this makes him more of a jump scare killer. So I would say this is probably a really good perk to use on him. Actually, it makes it more used. This perk will be more used now with him. See, look at that animation. Watch this animation. That's a weird animation. I don't know. I don't like it. After you fall from height, your lunge distance is increased by 75%. This, I mean, this is it's the Howl Master's perk. It's a situational perk, but which one is it? I believe it's this one. this will work with this one somewhat. Because if you're playing in the Lorraine Memorial or even the Jigsaw map, this will work with them two will work together. If you're one of those killers that want to increase your lunge ranges and have like the speed and stuff like that. That'll work with this one. This actually works with distressing as well. Or so you can use awakened awareness, distressing, um, probably phantom fear, and agitation. Um, because anyone that's like in your terror radius, basically, when carrying survivor, you can see the aurora of other survivors from 20 meters. And I don't know. I mean, you don't necessarily need this one, but I mean, it can work with those. You bamboozle works on any killer. It works on any killer. We're skipping barbecue into it because I dislike that part with the passion. I don't like that part. You honestly don't really need it either with him because um if you're in the doors and you're seeing the security cameras anyway, you can see where the survivors are at. That if they're, I believe that if the survivors are near doors or I don't know how that probably would work, but I believe if they're near doors, um, probably for sure, or even if they're in the room, you can see where they're at in those rooms too, um, for the security cameras. So you'll be able to know where they're at anyway. So I mean, I guess if you're hooking a survivor, it works, but you don't need it. You necessarily really don't need it. Um, this will be more of a jump scare part two, so this would be a really good one to have. If you want to be really become a jump scare killer with him, Beast of Prey is one of the ones that you really should use. It's one of the ones you really should use. Bitter Murmur is just one that just shows where survivors are within um, the generators after they're repaired. Um, Again, I don't know how the doors work yet. I haven't really seen too much about the doors and how the security cameras and all that work. So once we get into a game, we're gonna see how that works. So, Bitter Murmur, if it could work with, like, let's say like this or some of these other perks, it could work. It may not be useful. It may be useful. So we just have to see. I don't think it'll be useful, but I mean it's possible. Uh, Looking at survivor, all injured survivors suffer from the emergency status. Um, Again, with one of his add-ons, you have that um where you have that 50 where it can be a great ability for both killer and survivor. That extra haste for 20%. Um, so honestly, I don't. I think you necessarily need this. This just makes the survivors exhausted and he regresses their healing progress. But I mean, he already has a lot of add-ons that kind of do that already. So I don't necessarily say you need this. This would be a really good one to have for in-game too. With this gate haywire, and I forget what the other one we said that that'd be an in-game. This should be if you want to play be an in-game killer. This is the one that you want to use because not only will with haywire, not only will the doors be regressing, so you would either you kind of force the survivors to really be trying to open them doors. Um, because once the doors are open and then you catch someone, um, you hook them. Oh my god! Like that 60 seconds, and you can pretty much get around the map pretty quickly too. Will really be good with him. I would say this is probably going to be one of the most used perks on him too. Um, I don't think Bloodhound is all that really useful. I mean, some killers that kind of need it, like Spirit, is really useful, but it's not really useful for him. Maybe it's just the pools of blood is more often that you will see from survivors. Brutal strength would be really good for him too. Because you were gonna need. He's one of those killers because you'll probably need it for. So I could see a lot of killers using brutal strength on him. Call of Brine is always useful. It's one of the most that it's probably one of the top 5 best generator regress perks in the game. So it's always useful. So I mean, wherever killer to use, we can use Call of Brine. I like corruption intervention because it slows down the beginning progress of the game, especially with the new stuff, how they're doing the stuff for the game. It's really gonna make the game pretty good. I don't think you really need this. I mean, it'd be nice if your tear radius is big already. Ooh, we're in a game. We're in a game. We're in the game. We have a Leon. We have a Kate. Oh, never mind. You switched from Leon with Disable. We're in the game. We're gonna see how this power is. And again, dude, I would say that was probably a good 30, almost 40 minutes of fighting a match. Yeah, people are gonna be using a lot of those because they want to get more blood points. Now people understand why I saved that 5,000 blood points. We maxed them out pretty much with Prestige 3. Actually, we're at Prestige 4. So that tells you if you get to 5, the max of blood points, you can prestige a character all the way to 3. Ooh, look at that map. That scream. Look at that huge hole in the ceiling. That's kind of creepy. But you see Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. Oh, you can go outside. Oh, I want to see what these doors do. I don't know. That's a weird animation. Kind of buggy. Ooh! What? Wait. Okay, we have her on the shoulder. I was confused. I was like, wait, what happened? I was like, what happened? Where's the hooks at, actually? I was like, ooh. But that's a cool animation. What just happened? Wait, I'm confused. What? That's a different, what? I'm really confused. What? What? So we grabbed her, but that was a whole different character.
There is no escape.
No, they're probably going to escape since we don't understand and know the power and abilities. I don't like that hang animation. It's weird. I mean, they're getting gen. I don't like these gen animations either. Dude, why is she so fast? Why is she so fast? And he's supposed to be faster without his axe. Why is he still outrunning him? And his speed is actually pretty decently fast. So why is he still outrunning? That's odd. I'm not gonna continue to chase her. She's running unbearably faster than normal. She's running way faster than normal. That's not a normal speed. They have to do something about generators. They have to. They're getting generators done way too fast. I don't know how I hit that, but I did. I don't know how we caught her, but we did. I do like the map. Can't look around so much right now because we're trying to chase people. I don't know. I don't like this gameplay. I'm not liking the gameplay so far. I mean, maybe it was just that Sable so far, but I'm not liking this gameplay. I do like the map. Like, dude, that's cool. The map I would say right now is probably that, and then like how everything looks is probably like the most amazing part. The Sable was very weird. She was outrunning me, and I didn't have my hatchet, so I should have been faster than her. And she's not running any perks to run faster. And she didn't heal a survivor. And I didn't deep wound her. I didn't even injure her. Maybe it's broken, maybe, but I don't. There's no way that she was running faster. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that she was running faster than me. The other thing is that yeah, this is original voice actor, but he's an animatronic. We're in the game, like you don't really hear like like a human voice kind of. You hear it more robotic somewhat. It's not his voice isn't robotic. Where's the robotic sound? That's the other thing that they're missing. Mm. So I know for sure we got the distress, um, and I know we had this. I couldn't really get and see haywire going on because like the chases the chases and how fast they got the generators done were really crazy and they were really weird. So I mean I guess I didn't get to see what this is again with killers that like that want to play the end game. This would probably be a really strong perk to play with, but it wasn't really it. I didn't even get a chance to compromise the generator. So the game didn't last that long. I don't I don't know. Maybe we have to do a different build. This this is a really good add-on, but if if you're downing the survivors, the axe is not no longer in them because you're hooking them. And if you're already chasing a not now think about it, if you're already chasing a survivor and you throw the axe at them and you have it embedded in them, the only time that this add-on really works is if you let them get away or they outrun you and get away. So I mean it stops them from doing stuff later on, but I don't know. I guess it's super situational. I did like that animation when I went through the door though, and we seen the other survivor in there, and then I'm guessing that she was still going through the door, and so we grabbed her out of the door. The other chick got jump scared. Okay, that's a cool jump scare. I'm not gonna lie, that was a cool jump scare. But that was the only one that I've really seen so far. I know there's another one with the axe, but I don't know. So far, I'm not seeing the horror of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. It's really lackluster in the jump scare. I want to go survivor sided because again, I don't want to go through this long queue. I don't want to go through that long queue. There is perks that was changed. I think this one. No, no, it wasn't. It wasn't this one. There is a few perks that was changed, and I also have to go through and read and see later. But I want to see. I want to see how they do the jump scares of Freddy or Springtrap. I want to see how they do it. Because again, this is my build. So, and I already can make myself scream. So once I have this, I'm not screaming. I mean, yeah, my Aurora's gonna be singing, but I'm not screaming. I'm not screaming. So we're gonna see how this is because I don't know why they didn't fix this part. I mean, they could have did more with this part. This is one that they should have did. This is a perk that isn't really used often either. This is one of the lower end perks that don't ever really get used either. This one was buffed too. We didn't. If you want to pause and see later, you see that, but it was buffed too. It looks like it wasn't buffed a lot. Of course, they got a Mori. Everybody wants to see the Mori. Again, I don't like the Mori. I don't like it. That's just me personally. I don't like the Mori. I mean, yeah, putting them on the little animatronic thing is cool, but I feel like it should have been more of his acts. He could have uh, done the acts at them or something like that, and made them like kind of scared. Again, dude, this is cool. That would have been also cool if they would have made the animatronics been walking around. That would have been cool if they would have made them been able to walk around. Look at that! Listen to that chase music. Woo. I'm glad he didn't come over here. He looks fast though. He really looks like he's super fast. Let's see what this door does. Hmm. Ah, that's kind of cool. That's cool. So that's how the cameras works. So you have to press different buttons though. So ooh, I don't like that sound. I don't like that sound. So there's a door here. I mean, they could have put it kind of weirdly or somewhere else maybe, but see, he teleported over there, so he already knows. So he probably has like barbecue into it, because there's no way that that she was over there. I'm here. Oh, so he had to told him, I guess, huh? I wonder how this door stuff gonna work. Run! Like, you sitting there blocking the way like an idiot. You hear him coming. Wait, what? I'm confused. Is this Terror Raiders broken? Woo! He hit him. He hit me. Do you not want to get healed? I hate when people run around and not get healed. You're probably running that stupid perk that don't get healed. That's what makes this game so much worse. I don't know, that healing animation, I don't like it. I kind of want to kind of force the power to go down. See, that's the other thing that they don't have, is they don't have a meter on, like, on our screen to show us where and how much power we have. I'm guessing it's on the doors, but it should be on our screen. We should be able to see how much power we have. Like, I wanna mess with the door a little bit more to see, because, so I mean, it tells you on the screen, but this is like the security office. That's actually really dope. Dude, look at that. When you walk into the store, or walk into the place, it's like the store and stuff like that. It's like the entrance to like the. Was that the fuck? I wonder where it's at. That's the phone, dude. Where the other guard guy kind of calls you at the beginning of the game and tells you what's going on. His terror radius is kind of broken. I don't like the chase music either. They could have did something to make it more Five Nights at Freddy's 3-ish. Like, the chase music could have been something from there. I like, they did the same thing with Tokyo Ghoul. I don't like the chase music. I don't like the music. I'm not gonna argue skill checks. Dude, these are bad survivors. I'm not gonna lie to you. We only got one generator done, and that was one of us finished. And I'm almost about to finish the second one by myself. I mean, she's almost about to do one too, but. I'm gonna make this game faster than what it needs to be. Oh, they must have nerfed his perk, because he was on the ground for a long time. I don't lie to you, he was on the ground for a long time. He normally don't be on the ground that long. We're all over here. I didn't look at him, so I didn't scream, but crap, where did my med key just go? I don't want that key. He's dead. And he's got the axe in him. I'm the only one who hasn't been hooked or chased really yet. I thought he had a morgue. Maybe he don't. I thought he had a morgue. Maybe he forgot that he has a morgue. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I'd be having to kill her and be trying to chase people and stuff like that, I'd be forgetting to do it. I can't go in. What the hell? Like I couldn't go in. Then it's bugging. It's bugging on my. It bugs the wiggle thing. I couldn't even hit the. I was hitting the buttons, but it wasn't even going because it was bugging. Then I couldn't even go in the door. Like I'm pressing the button to go in the door, and it's not letting me go in the door. I thought he was faster, but I guess he isn't. Cause I suck at running. As you can see, I suck at running, and I was kind of out running. Once you get the layout of the map and know where everything is at, I feel like you'll probably be good at outrunning him. This map would be really good for Dredge. This map is really great for Dredge. Is that organs in there? So you don't want to get healed? You see, this is a smart person. They don't like getting healed at the hook either. They don't like getting healed at the hook either. Let me tell you right now, getting healed at the hook is a horrible thing. People that do that is terrible. We got one generator left. She's on death hook, and he's getting chased. I wonder how the power goes. How much power do we have? Ooh, nobody ever really chases the cameras. I wonder. People are probably gonna figure out which doors goes to what by then, but so far I don't know. Oh, she's getting chased. I didn't see where the exit gates were at. Oh, this one's over here though. She's dead though. He know and I know that she's dead. He's not a powerful killer. I can tell you that now. He's really not a powerful killer. You see, like I escaped. Like, bruh, what is that name? Oh my god, they let people have names like this, dude. What, dude? What? You can't make this up, bruh. You can't make this up. So like I said, everybody's probably gonna run this part. This one. This is probably, and people love the ones that show auroras and stuff like that. Of course, like I said, people are going to use brute strength. People are going to use brute strength on him. They got rid of his hex early. This will probably be one of the ones that you use on him too. But if it gets taken out too early, you're kind of a 3v4 perk now. This isn't it can be good because then it become blocked, and since you can throw the hatchet, it can be good. But his axe don't go far. It really don't go far. It probably only goes up to like 8 meters, if that. Then you had help on it. Again, the game, it goes by too fast. I would say they have to do something with generators. They really have to nerf time for generators. The nerfs the other nerfs that they did for survivors, it wasn't it needed. So the buffs that they gave to killers and nerfs for survivors wasn't needed. Again, like I said, he probably forgot that he had the mortar because he hooked both of them and they were on death hook. He probably forgot that he had the mortar. Then he used both. I mean, you could, but he used both. And this one's really situational. I mean, since he had this one on too, it's useful. But in a situation though, that's probably this is why his terror rate is so weird. I'm like, why is his terror radius so weird? He probably was throwing his axe a lot, so I was wondering why his terror radius was so weird. You can actually hold the map if you're really scared. If you're a person that don't like terror radiuses like me, like if you know that like the terror radius is like in your area, you're gonna instantly get off the gen. This is that type of killer that you got, and you have that super build big terror radius like I do. Uh, you're gonna be trying to get away from that terror radius, and you throw that axe in that area, and you're gonna be like, oh crap, the killer's about to come, and he's not. He's chasing someone else. So that again could be a good. I guess it could be a jump scare. See how fast the Survivor games are gonna go? That's because no one's playing Survivor. Everyone's playing Killers. Ready Five Bears? What? What? People are just saying anything at this point, bro. I'm surprised he didn't bring Amori. He might not. He might not have the blood points to have his killer leveled up. I'm surprised he didn't bring Amori. I'm calling it out right now. He's not. He's not it. This isn't it. They. I'm a huge fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I love the map. I love the menu animations, and I love the animations, but and I like how he looks, but the voice could have been more a lot better. and the jump scares doesn't hit, and the music is probably, I would say, probably the worst. The music is why. See, this is the reason why. This is the reason why this is a bad idea to have that. Bruh. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. He's just in there when I'm going in there, bro. I was not expecting it. Okay, that's a jump scare you're not going to expect. That's like the only jump scare though that I can say that's like, dude, the fuck. I was not expecting that. But that's crazy that you instantly get grabbed. That's crazy you instantly get grabbed. You get no leeway out of that. You get no leeway out of that. I forgot he was injured. This is why I like having I don't. This is why I like having like the chest and stuff like that on. Because I wouldn't have screamed. I would have had my roar still showing, but I wouldn't have screamed. And we would have been able to see each other. He would have been able to see me. I would have been able to see him. No. Why is there a vending machine just out in the open with lights on? Why? Why? You ran out of ideas of things to put place in the map? That's the thing though too, is that I can say this. When you're on a oh shit, the fuck? Where the fuck this nigga just come from, man? Where the fuck this nigga just come from? This nigga just like manifested out of thin air, dude. No. This nigga just like manifested out of like thin air. Okay, that was a decent jump scare. But the map is too dark as well. It's hard to see him. He's already a dark killer. It's hard to see him in this map. We're all gonna die probably. Okay. I actually could have stayed down there and did that test thing. This killer's probably got. He probably has played him a lot, actually, probably already, and probably has a good build for him. He probably understands his power a lot better than I do. But look how dark this map is. This map is really dark. Like it looks like dredge. Even like I turned, as you guys can see, like when I started my game, I turned my gamma up. My gamma is up. Somebody is that? No, that's just a teddy bear. Oh, he's chasing someone. Oh, he DC'd. I didn't even see him. I don't even see him. I'm not even looking at his air. Huh? That's crazy. He's gonna catch him. He's broken. Them animations are broken. Cause I didn't see him, and he wasn't in my line of sight to look at him. So why did I scream? I mean, he's got a prestige too. So he should have more, but he just probably didn't bring one. He said the only way you're getting jump scared really is from the doors. So if you, I wonder how that works with powering off the doors. I wonder how that works with powering off the doors. I don't know if he'll be able to still go through the doors if the power is off. That's something that I want to actually test. Um, then like it don't really give me like a way to like get off the door either. I have to relook at the controls on the cameras of the doors. I hate when people come into like the lobby of a game and still don't be ready. It's understandable for killer, but as a survivor, like you already know that you're about to get into a game quick. Why are you not ready? They're testing out the spawn. That's what that is. They're testing out the spawn to see how the spawn. Because we are this. So you still spawn at a distance from other survivors, but you spawn fairly close. You spawn with you spawn. You guys spawn within. I would say the radius is probably a good 10-meter radius, maybe 15, 12, 15 meter radius of like all four of you, but you spawn within like a good 4 to 6 meters apart from each other. See, I don't like people like that. You're full of sprinting. Someone got the chest before him. He's dead. He's already dead. That's the other thing that I want to say that they need to work on with this perk. That when you rampage, it also counts. It doesn't count. That sucks. Because you have to find a chest, and chests are already super hard and rare to find in the game. Dude, why are you full sprinting or full volume? Again, I want to test the door. Okay, so you can exit the camera. You just have to look at a different angle. And you got free movement. Free movement. Sorry, I'm kind of killing the battery. I'm killing the battery kind of. I'm not trying to do it on purpose, but also doing it on purpose because I want to see what that does. Also sucks though too, because like you spawn like basically like a lot of the generators near the doors. A lot of them are near the door, so the doors are near generators. Is what I'm saying. So you can get jump scared from the doors, and you can't really move much. They're actually too close to the generators, in my opinion. But they're like unreal CVs. He's smart. He wants to be healed. Now, not only do you have to like be aware of like the doors that's near, you have to be aware of like the surroundings as well. And the doors aren't really spaced out. If there's 7 doors on the map, look how close from this door to that door it is. That's not spaced out. Like again, but yeah, they're very close to generators. I feel like the doors needs to be more spaced out. If there's only 7 doors, there's only 6. Well, there's 8 gens pretty much too. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot how many gens there is. I guess it's the same. They're basically with like Unreal CVs. Oh, dude, she scared the crap out of me, dude. Hearing that door move and open, bro, is kind of good. It's almost like Demogorgon and A-Man where they can transverse too. So the survivors can now transverse with them. Dude, why does the chase music sound like somebody's like got like they're jingling their keys in their pocket or something like that, or some glass. They're like got the drip jacket on. That's what this chase music sounds like. Or I don't know if you ever you know about the people that be having like the little glass things outside and the wind blows and you hear like the clicking noise and stuff like that. That's what that sounds like. Look how dark this map is. Like I can't see them. Then this light is so bright I can't even see. But I thought that they said like if you throw the axe, you have to like physically retrieve it. They did say that, but you don't. See, that's what I said. But he probably has that perk on with it, and you use that perk. That's what I said. A lot of people are going to use some of these perks. They mix these perks. That perk that he has makes like perks like this useful. And since the obsession is dead, like we're going to take forever to get the gates open. Neither one of them is getting chased though. It does force you to open the gate. Oh, he's dead. I can't even really do anything. There's a hub right there. Yeah. I tried. I tried to help you. This part, actually, he was using all three. He was using all three. That's why I said, remember me is gonna be really good for for this one. Haywire. This is really gonna be good. I want to look at some of the perks now because there's some that they did say they changed. It's a lot of the healing ones. These are any of these ones. I wish they would actually make the boon actually better. I hate that they changed it the way they did. Bonus knowledge is one of the biggest ones that they changed. But they didn't do much of anything. They just increased the healing speed. Wait, honestly, I feel like it got nerfed because how bonus knowledge used to work is that, oh, no, maybe that wasn't. Maybe it wasn't bonus knowledge. Maybe it wasn't. I could have sworn it was, but maybe it wasn't. But it's just, I guess they just increased the healing speed. That's it. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of a nerf. Maybe it was lower. I didn't really look at how bonus knowledge was before. Um, I forgot how it was before. Maybe maybe it's slightly bugged. I mean, in certain situations, I guess it would be good, but it's not really much of anything. I don't know what they mostly really did. I don't think they changed this. I didn't remember seeing that name. I didn't see him at the top either. I wish they would fix Square Ones. It's still somewhat broken. Honor Force. They didn't do anything on that one. Definitely should still check some of these other perks too because, you know, how the devs work. They like to shadow buff and shadow nerf stuff without having it in the patch notes too. I'm surprised they actually didn't nerf this. But I mean, I don't see the reason why they could. They can't really do much of anything with it. And they say that they was buffing perks that really don't get used. Deception don't really get used. This is a super situation of perk. Deliverance might have. I don't know. Did it? You now have a 100% chance of unhooking yourself during the escape attempt. So yeah, the deliverance they just didn't show it in the thing from that as well. But yeah, deliverance is one of those ones that you can get from too. They didn't really do anything. Nothing. 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 Has it always been 25% eggs? Maybe. I could have sworn it was 20, but I don't know. This is the other one that also got buffed. But it's not much of a difference. They just buffed it like 5, give or take. Not much of a buff either. They just make the medic perks, I guess, feel more like medic perks somewhat. So I'm guessing with these changes, make it and like um self care could actually possibly get another nerf, possibly. I feel like this one also was one that they said that got buffed. Dude, within 128 meters is insane. That is some far range. They also gave it a nerf too because before it used to show where um I don't know if it was with this one or maybe in a past one. Because before M50 used to like it used to show where um all everyone that was injured. So as soon as a survivor got injured and you had this perk on and they were near you, you would be able to see them getting chased by the killer basically. But now it doesn't show the auroras of survivors that are getting chased by the killer. They didn't do anything to fast track. They didn't do anything to this one. I don't think they did anything to any of these, but actually this one is got the buff too. When you're healthy, this perk activates. What did they do? They didn't do anything to this. They said that they buffed it or they did some changes, but what did they do to it? They just nerfed the cooldown by 2 seconds. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. But they didn't do anything to it. They didn't do pretty much anything to it. They didn't really do anything else. I feel like they changed something with this. It looks like they did, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they changed something with this too, because this is a lot more detailed now. That sucks that this part didn't get any changes, and this is like the one of the worst perks in the game. You don't. No one ever uses this perk. I can't say anyone who actually uses this perk. I don't really see too many like big changes that they did for. Yeah, I don't see too many other changes really. They didn't really do a lot. Like God, I miss the old self care. You used to be able to super heal, dude. It used to be so good. It was already bad, but it was actually a decent perk, and then they nerfed it to the ground. Still usable, but Yeah, they didn't really change too many other perks. It looks like some of the other ones are still pretty bad, but it don't look like they really changed much. Uh, yeah, so survivors spawn within 12 meters of each other. As I said, it's about that. So yeah, it's 12 meters of each other. Wow, so they changed it. So now has been replaced with a new offering, Shroud of Separation. So if you don't want to spawn with other survivors and be separated with them to be in a different area, which is probably going to be my favorite offering to use now. It's called Shroud of Separation. So you won't be spawned close close to all the survivors like uh within that 12 meters. You would be spawned farther away, which I'm definitely gonna like. That's probably gonna be my favorite one to use. And so there's spawn the separation one for killing be replaced with a new one called Shroud of Vanish, and the effects of all survivors spawning were replaced by the energy. Anyone's wait. Oh, so how the map one works is that like when you use a map one that kind of gets rid of the map how that used to be. Um, it that's what this was going to be for the survivors. So the ones that use the so if I use to separate myself from the other survivors, and the killer brings this, I'm going to be forced to be able to spawn with those survivors. That's what that's saying. They did some add-on changes for the artist. They really did a lot for the works. Oh, these are the so this is what they did. Call LeBron, they increased the duration from set to 70 with 60. Increase the bonus generator aggression. So that's actually neat. Okay, this is cool. This is a really good thing that they did. Thrilling tremors, reduce cooldown. Wow, that's a huge buff. Look at those numbers and then look at these numbers. That's a huge buff. That's a huge buff. Dark devotion, increase duration. I mean, this is all again. It can change, so it's not possible that it'll probably in the game, but that's gonna be a huge buff for that. I can see this perk getting used a whole lot more often if it does. Detection, cooldown. This would be pretty good too. This gives it more of a use now. Expertise, increase ability of status survivors around. You rarely see this be used, but it gives it the chance to be used more often. Because a lot of people complain about the totems already. For survivors, a lot of killers complain about it. So if you're a killer that complains about totems, which is I don't see why. This is for you. This is your thing. So this, I like this. It's got a nerf, but it also got a buff for that nerf. I like when they do that. So they said that this changes some buffs, right? But they didn't do anything to remember me. They just said we updated the description so you can understand what the perk means and what it does. I mean, yeah, it just needed it, but dude, come on. Greatest broken duration on Texas hits are over 35, 40, 45. Again, with Springtrap and how that perk is, and with this, I could say in game is gonna be one of the most crucial points of the game. Beginning and end game is gonna be the most crucial points of playing the game as a killer. I don't like this. I mean, they needed it, but I don't like it. Healing item efficiency reduction removed. So okay, so that's the only thing that they did most long ago. So it hasn't really changed. They didn't really change much anything. They just removed that reduction that you have. Graveyard of Light. That's the one I said. I think they did something to it. They decreased the cooldowns. That's okay. They kind of needed it. They decreased it by like 20. Okay, they tremendously decreased the cooldown. Like I said, I didn't think that they really did much of anything differently. They just decreased the cooldown. But still, like, it don't matter. The decreasing the cooldown don't matter. That's not gonna make the perk really more useful. I mean, I use it. I like the perk. But that's not gonna make the perk more useful. I would say they could have did something to do for scratch marks too. I hope that that's what they added, something for the scratch marks. Because I mean, I was okay with this. I was okay with it, but I felt like they could have did something for like, since you're already light-footed, like increase the scratch marks too, or like show, or I don't know, something with scratch marks. That's not gonna decreasing the cooldowns on it is not gonna really do much difference. Because again, if you're already in a chase and you get injured, you're not gonna have the light footed no more. You're injured, but you're still in a chase. You're still injured, and a lot of the survivors already don't heal. So I mean, this time isn't gonna matter. I hope that they do something else for this part to make it more useful. This is gonna be a really good part to use now. It's not much of a buff, but it's a better buff. Enemy charge. That's a tremendous buff. Still, tremendous, could be changed. Okay, so this is what I was saying with empathetic connection. Like, it's nice because like now you can see where they're at anywhere on the map, which is nice because like before it was just meters. I mean the meters isn't bad, but now you can see where they're at anywhere. Oh, they even upgraded the healing speed. Was total 30% across all tiers, which that it's kind of a nerf honestly, because tier 1 it's nerf and 2, but then it also you get slight buff, but in my opinion it's kind of a nerf too. It just gives more points for some stuff and less points for some stuff. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Which perks is what? Okay, so I'm kind of the faster pizza. Like I said, I don't like how dark that map looks. So now I want to try a different. I want to try a build. I want to try one that's gonna be increasing my terror rates. This one, Unrelenting. This and that other part will be really gotcha. This would be really good to use too. This one would be really good for if you're the blind one. If you're making them scream, if they get blinded too. That'd be a really good one to use too. So yeah, we're making our huge terror radius go to the generators as well, and then we can also make it go to the axe too. Oh, is this one? There we go. There we go. So now we're making our terror radius to the axe. See how big we can make our terror radius actually. could have sworn there was another one that would increase my terror radius. Yep, this is another one. And it says your terror radius is increased by 8 meters. I don't know. I mean, we're trying to make it as large as possible. So if we're decreasing our terror radius when we're not in a chase, that's kind of off. But that means we will have to always be in. This is also a good one if you want to make survivors scream often. This is another one to use. You know what I mean? Having people screaming all game. I think that's the only ones that really increase my terror radius, actually. I do not like that music. Oh, yeah, we're gonna use this one. So this one makes your terror radius at 40 meters. But it's at 40 meters when it's on the obsession. And so, like, we're gonna be really, really jump scaring people. We're at least trying to. People probably aren't playing like the new mode either. People are all probably playing the Freddy map. The reason why I'm playing the regular one is I want to see how he does against other maps, and then I want to see if it's just the gamma that they if I need to adjust my gamma also, because it could just be that I need to increase my gamma even more so that map won't be as dark. But that map is really dark. Oh, so it does that up here. Huh? That's actually pretty cool. Let's see. Wow. So I can get 23 levels. So that's what it does. It shows that your prestige 4, or your level 4, but it don't. This isn't working properly because it's supposed to show you. Um, it says you, this is how much blood points that you need to level up to get a 23 level. But it doesn't. It doesn't show. It's supposed to tell you what level you will go to. Right now I'm level 4, but the outside of it, it shows you, but it doesn't show you. So I'm guessing it's something that they have to fix too. So now I'm level 27. But I do like I said, I like this screen. It shows you what everything that you get. So it gave me all these add-ons. It gave me all these offerings. It means I'm not getting any more perks. But I have all the because I have all the perks already maxed out. So. This is bad wording. This is bad wording because it says players within range of the axis area of effect gain 10% haste for 6 seconds. This is bad wording, and this is the reason why. It only increases the killer's movement speed. So why is it saying players when it only say the killer? It should say the killers. I don't know. I wonder what does this do? That's gonna be interesting because if it increases your axe by 100%, the weight of it, that axe is heavy. I mean that axe is already heavy. It's a fire axe, of course. So if you're increasing it by 100%, where's it? And it's already not going anywhere. What is it? What is it doing? Are you like instant downing survivors? Like this has to they have to explain this more because what is this doing? What is this doing? We're gonna have to see what this actually does. But maybe well, I feel like since its weight is 100%, I feel like it'll since it's not gonna probably be downing survivors and instantly like one shotting them. I'm guessing that it'll excuse me. I'm guessing that it'll make the survivors move slowly, which they should put. If that's the case, then they should put that in there. It should say like the survivors will move. It reduces the survivors' movement speed by like 20% or whatever. Because and just having that It doesn't explain anything. This should be a higher perk, honestly, because let's say I hit somebody with the axe and they get away, right, and they're still injured, and they go and start doing a generator with another survivor that's already injured, because the survivors like to use resilience, and they like to start doing generators to do. They use that perk to start doing generators. Um, I hate that perk, by the way. Um, Now the survivors that are doing that are at a disadvantage, because now they have the broken status effect. But it doesn't tell you how long that broken status effect is going to last. They didn't really detail these add-ons. That's the other problem. They didn't detail these add-ons like they could have. I mean, we know what Oblivious does. We know what Broken does, but how long is that survivor going to have that broken status effect is going to be the question. Increases its area effect range by to 250% over 3 seconds. That's crazy. Increases the duration of the area effect by 50%. Again, why is the blue and purple add-ons weaker and worse than the green and the common? It seems like the higher the add-ons is, the worse they get. The lower the add-ons, the better they get. This seems to be a really good one. Not too many people are going to use this one that much, unless you really want to be stopping people from healing. For 50% longer. Wow. See, this is a really good add-on too. This is a really good add-on too. So this is basically like somewhat similar to like Alien and Demogorgon. You get to go through the doors 20% faster. This is a really good add-on too, and it takes the time required to remove the axe is 10% longer. So you get like that extra 2-3 seconds for that you have to remove the axe. Dude, this one is great. Why again? Why just the add-ons that are at the bottom gets the best stuff? This is a really good one, because I mean you already can't really see where you're seeing where you throw. I mean you kind of can, but you're kind of guessing like where you're throwing, right? But then with this add-on, you get to see where your axe is going to land. This is a really good one. So if you suck like me at throwing, because I suck with the hunches, this is an add-on that could give the hunches too. You suck at throwing the hatchets and stuff like that. This would be a really good, add-on, because you will see where the axe is going. Decreases the minimum time required. Tree rocks. Again, another good one. Cause you get that. That means that you get the speed. Um, or no, the time that you can get the axe back is decreased by 10%. So you can get it back like 2, 3, maybe 4, up to like 5 seconds earlier. Increases the duration of instinct from the axe by 50%. So you can make the killer instinct range by a lot. So if you just like you have this, and then and you have that other add-on where you throw the axe like a lot farther, and you throw it over there by that generator. Everyone that's in that area is roaring. They're getting affected by killer instinct. You can pretty much know where they're at. That's a really good add-on too. Again, why is the lower the add-ons is, the better they get. These ones should be like the common ones, and then these ones should be like the green. I mean, the blue can say the blue, I guess, but then these ones should have been like purple, and like a lot of these ones should have been probably red, or even purple. That music is so horrible. It's really bad. There's a lot of changes I can see that they should do. I mean, again, in my opinion, he's not as terrifying as he could be. But when the music sucks, music sucks. That's an easy change and fix it can do. But I just don't like his power. And again, killer cues. People were hoping that they did something with the killer cues with him, but apparently not. If they release him and the killer cues are like this, there's not gonna be no games. This game is not going to be played often. The first 2 3 weeks, maybe month. They're gonna have a lot of bot lobbies. They should have did they should have did the Q test with this. I wonder what happened and why they disabled him though. We could give Vecna and try him actually. I would like to see what his abilities and everything is. The problem is we won't be able to test him. You see how long the killer queue is. We won't be able to test him. So this is I can say this is a huge problem because you can't test everything. There's not enough survivors. Especially with him being the most anticipated killer to be bought and played. They should have implemented that queue thing where, like they said, you'll be able to play different games and different matches until you're ready to queue. They didn't implement that. Alright, let's see if we get a different map.
You will fear me.
Ooh, that's a new one. Hmm.
Fear will destroy you.
Okay, so you can look around. I gotta get used to that. His range is insane.
Exquisite. Oh.
His lunge range is pretty far. I'm not gonna lie, his lunge range is honestly really far. Oh my god. I haven't been playing them the second time. It definitely gets easier. You learn how to do stuff. I wish he would have had that sound effect where like I always watch.
So fun.
Those bugs that it puts you like in looking at the air. It's not terrible to play, but it's not easy to play either. You get to watch the more.
Thanks for you.
Me watching the more. Yeah, he puts him in like the looking up animation. Wow. Didn't see that animation. I wonder if there's a David in that. I think that's him over here. Nope. We can thank Devour. He helped us watch the Morris. He watched the Morris with us. Kindred, Deja Vu, Reactive Healing. I don't know. I don't think this was the one that got bought. And Windows of Opportunity. Windows of Opportunity. Butch Meg Thomas. Dude, if we had a Meg Thomas in the game, we definitely would have just for you, just for you. We actually even don't have enough blood points to do Vecna. We'll have to do Vecna a different day, probably tomorrow or something. So I'm guessing it's just the Fazbear map. As you can see, like the other map, that map was clean. I can see, but in the Fazbear map, it's just too dark. It's just too dark. I don't know what they did for the lighting or something. It's just too dark. But we got to see a lot of the different animations and how things is played. Again, I want to try. I want to try it on as a survivor again, and see what it'll be like in the game. We're probably gonna get him. We may not, but yeah. Again, we're gonna get him. And CTV. I guarantee you they're probably streaming. I guarantee you they're probably streaming. One of the other two may be too, but I guarantee you they're probably streaming. Well, we got 2 flashlights. That's why I'm glad we're running this build, because we got 2 flashlights. That means that bye bye toolboxes, bye bye flashlights. I love Twitch drops, of course. YouTube gets treated like the bald headed stepchild. It always does when it comes to streams. And they're spawning us. Oh, actually, since they changed it, somebody's probably trying to spawn away. Since they changed it, that's what that was. No one's testing. I didn't see too many people testing the healing deals either. There's definitely some bugs with the spring trap though. As you can see when I did the Moris, see, definitely spring trap. And when you do the Mori's Springtrap, it automatically puts you looking at the sky. Why, bruh? Why? Well, I hate survivors, bruh. Yeah, you can kill her. You ain't killing me. Why? You knew that I was down there. Why would you run down there? Yeah, it's just the Five Nights at Freddy's map. You see, like I can look and see around the map. I can see. In that map, you can't see. I don't think any other streamer is gonna like actually say about that detail, but you can't see in that map. That's something that they have to really fix, and soon. That's actually going to be a problem for controller players too. The cameras. I mean, it's annoying kind of on PC, but okay, but for controller players, it's going to be a problem. Oh, you're TTV and you're the first one, Hawk. They got no gen shot. That's the first gen we got done. Dude, she's across the map. I don't even think. I wonder, can I teleport over there? I can, I think. I don't think I can actually. I was trying to, but I don't think I can actually. And I think the power is pretty much out. Why are you coming down to the basement to heal? I'm not healing in the basement. I'm not gonna lie to you. I guess you don't want to get healed. I don't have my totem thing on right now. Woo! Swing and a miss. We got that to break the pallets, but I want to find a totem. I mean, this game's over. They're basically killing themselves. I think they're up off the hook. They're all on death hook. We only got one gen die. The nerf for against survivors wasn't needed, honestly. Look, they're killing themselves at this point. Even if it's for stream or not, like, dude, it's still like an actual game. Still counts technically. Woo! He missed. He missed. That's why you pay attention to your surroundings. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I'm not really good at running killers. I'm not really good at running killers. I'm kind of scared to go through the door because he's probably looking through the doors. Then you're vulnerable too. Like if you're looking through like the doors, you're vulnerable. You can't see like your surroundings. For example, I mean you can, but not really. Oh, that's cool. So you have to look at the camera and look at him, and you can see it shows where he's at to everyone. That's what they were talking about, where it shows his aurora. That's what you have to do. So you have to be on the camera, and you have to be able to like look at him with the camera, and it shows everyone where he is. But you're also vulnerable. So if he comes out of that door that you're looking in, he has the possibility of either I don't know if he'll hit you or he'll grab you. I mean, oh my god, so he can expose you. He can expose you if you get the axe aurora. Oh my god, he still hit me. He had a good angle. We never tested this, but you can't try to unhook yourself. I mean, you can, but you're not. It's just you could still try to unhook yourself. It's just you won't unhook yourself. It just shows that you're trying to kill yourself. So there's no point of trying to actually try to do that unless you have like slippery meat or anything now. Didn't mean to do that, but oh well. So we still can't see where he's at. I'm guessing the battery recharges because we were it was like almost out, if I was not mistaken. That's what it was saying. Like the door starts blinking like that. When the door is blinking like that, it's saying that the exit gate is slowly regressing. That's what that means. Was that the lights blink. That was a good match. I don't normally know how to run the killer. I'm not really good at running the killer, but that was a good match. You're a TTV and you died. And you played this game a lot and you died. Of course, like I said, every killer's gonna run lethal pursuit. Of course, you're going to run lethal pursuit. Since everybody's spawning together, you're going to run lethal pursuit. Ooh. See, this is a really good one because he's gonna make people scream. What did he have on? What made me exposed? I don't know what made me exposed. Because I was exposed. What made me exposed? Well, I don't know. I don't think that I used that. I don't think that I used that. It's possible. It's possible that it was this part, but okay, so it probably was this part then. No, it wasn't the hatchet, the axe. It could have been that perk. It probably was. So I don't think as a survivor, you can pick which door you want to go through. I don't think that you can. It don't seem like you can. I don't think that you can. Bruh, like they really let people like this make names and they get away with it? People get away with this stuff? Seriously? It's crazy. That's crazy that you're getting away with a name like that. And in the public testing. And in the public testing. That's wild. This is gonna be my last test. I want to see if you really can go through, pick and choose what door you want to go. Cause that'd be cool if you can. This map will be really hard for me because actually it might not be. Oh no, I was gonna say it might not be Springtrap, but I see a door. I see a door. Someone's interacting with this door. And Claudette is. Let's see. While she's down, let's see if we can. Oh my god. So if you're interacting with the door, you can get yourself exposed. And he's tunneling. And he has the add-on where with the axe to where you can't, you get the broken side of it. Dude, what is this all this exposed stuff he got? What is making everyone exposed? Like we're fully exposed like all game. Whatever build he has is insane. He's a tunneling killer. This is a bad killer. He's tunneling. She's dead because he's tunneling. They would. They wanted to avoid slugging, yet you make these changes and people are still slugging. I seen her run towards me. I was like, nope. Oh, so you can choose. You can choose what door you want to teleport to. Wait, can you not? No, it's just no. You can't teleport to a door. Oh wait, you can teleport to any door. Okay, so yeah, you can. It's just there's so many things that you can do and interact with the that it's really weird and wonky. But you can interact with it as a survivor's hill and teleport to whatever door you want to. Woo! You were chasing her and now you're chasing me. Not gonna lie, she led him over there. His chase music isn't appealing either. At this point, with him being in the game, ooh, I thought he was gonna find me. I thought he was gonna find me. At this point, with him in the game, they can really add Terminator. They can really add Terminator. That's basically what he is a big Terminator. But like the animatronics and like the Terminator stuff like that, they can really add Terminator stuff. So I'm guessing that Springtrap is going to be he's going to be in the movie or two because like that's the same. I know, like, yeah, that's. I mean, I know that's the original, but dude, there he goes over there. I just seen him too. I'm kind of scared to open this door. Oh, he's chasing that. Oh my God, he has no way. I'm not messing with the door. Got nowhere to have to go. And we were already exposed anyway. He has a super exposed build. He's just like you're fully exposed at all times. And I think he has barbecue and chili. Yeah, he has barbecue and chili.
Submit.
No. This is the downside of the game now. We can't do anything. We have to sit here and struggle. We have to sit here and struggle. We have to sit here and wait till she gets hooked. Yeah, CTC, but we have to sit here and wait. We can't do anything. So we can't even try to escape. There's no guaranteed chance that we'll escape. They removed the chance of guaranteeing to escape. We can't escape. I can't do anything. So we just so as a killer, you have to sit here and watch us all be hooked and die. This is what they done. This is what they done to the game. You have to sit here and watch yourself be. You have to sit there and watch yourself try to unhook. And you have to hit skill checks too. So this makes the game long than forever. Because if you don't hit these skill checks, you're getting penalized. So you can't find another game now. This is a bad thing to do in the game. This is why I said that stuff that you can't get yourself off the hook and get there. This is a great example of the downside of that. As a killer and as a survivor, you have to sit here and just walk around the map as a killer and just wait for the survivor to die or DC. You can't do anything. Then or you can't do anything, dude. There's no way. No, there's no way. You have Lightborn, no way. Friends till the end, and Bloodwater, and you have no add-ons. I mean, maybe this was what was exposing me, but you have you're moving around like you have barbecue and chili. You're moving around like you have barbecue and chili. You have no add-ons. You're sus. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. You're sus. You're moving around weird. But that's the problem of the game that the game is going to have now. And then they didn't make it to where you can get into the next match. They didn't implement that into the test build too, so you can try to get into the start the queue while you're waiting and while you're in the game or something like that. They didn't add that when they said that they were going to do that. I'm telling you right now, the stuff that they added and did in this test build and the stuff that they want to do isn't working. It's not going to work. I'm telling you right now, this is a huge letdown of the game. I mean, the game was already bad before, but this is a huge letdown. There's some people who are strictly killer mains who are going to be specifically happy, and they're happy right now with the changes about survivors and all that stuff like that. But again, you just witnessed live, what happens when they do that? When they do something that idiotic to for against survivors? So now you're forcing survivors to use perks that they don't want to use. You're forcing survivors to use add-ons or 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 offerings they don't want to use. You're forcing you're really forcing your players to do stuff and build stuff because you want to make killers better in the wrong way possible. Again, when you read my title, this isn't something that is going to be really good for the future of Dead by Daylight, in my opinion. In my opinion, I mean, there's no reason to honestly really play Survivor. I mean, I like playing both. I like playing both, but the killer times is way too long now, and especially when he comes out and all the new players that you want to bring into the game are coming to the game because they want to play him and they're going to buy him if you want to play him. Um, they're not going to be able to get to a game. They're going to be like they're the one thing that they're going to complain mainly. You're going to see it on Reddit everywhere. There's and you're probably seeing it already now because there are people complaining. Fix killer queue times. Like you can't. There's no survivors that wants to play survivors. I mean, you have those survivor mates who hate playing killers. That's all they want to do is play survivors. Okay, that's fine. You may get those survivors. They're instantly always going to find a game. They're always going to have games. But you can't as a killer. You're not going to you're not going to have a game as a killer. You're going to be waiting 15, 20 minutes. The time you thought the 2v8 times was bad. When he comes out, the time's going to be worse. We're probably gonna get Vecna. I'll be sometime later today or tomorrow, and we're probably gonna test out his stuff, and then the artist's new stuff tomorrow as well, probably. Um, but with that, we're gonna be getting off of here for the day. We seen a lot of the stuff so far, the ups and downs of the game, and right now, in my opinion, it's a lot of downs than ups. It's a lot of downs, and hopefully, again, it's not set in stone. The, what you're seeing and what you're seeing in other people's streams are like, oh yeah, this is probably going to be how it is in the game. They always fix some stuff and they always change some stuff. He could also possibly become a whole lot stronger. Right now I feel like he's weak. In a lot of sense. Um, the camera, I like the cameras, but they need to do something simpler because it's as a as a K&M player, if I'm saying that it's annoying to mess around with those controls and figure out what keys is what does what and where goes what. Um, if you're a controller player, if you're a counter player, you're going to struggle with and against him when he comes out. If they don't fix these changes when he comes out, you're going to struggle. So with that, we're gonna probably do some more tomorrow with Vecna and the artist.